IPOB.
One family.
IPOB.
One family.
One family.
IPOB.
And we're about to start. Our leader will be arriving any seconds from now. And I will have just very few announcements to make. If you are about to take picture or to video, please you can do that from your seat. We will not like anybody to come in front to interrupt the video here because we are live on air right now. So we will ask all the Biafrans and friends of Biafrans, even enemies of Biafrans who were here this very evening, to please take their seats. As our leader arrives, he is not allowed to be shaken by anybody. He is not allowed to take picture from anybody. By the end of the day, we will have time for all that. And I want to use this very opportunity to salute the courage of the great family member in Nuremberg for this great occasion. It is not easy, as I said before, but we are Biafrans. We are equal to every tax. That is what each and every one of us will bear in mind. I want to use this very opportunity to welcome our dearly sister, Mrs. Nnamdi, the head of our financial department. Before our leader arrives, I want to use this great opportunity also to salute the courage of Nuremberg coordinator and all our officers in Nuremberg. They have worked very hard to make this very occasion what it will be today. So we'll be very calm to listen to the gospel of the year, because this very gospel will be going on air, live, Facebook, YouTube, all the social media. They will be seeing you any moment from now. We're on air already. So I want to use this very opportunity to welcome the great man, Nnamdi, the man that we have been waiting for since 6 a.m. we arrived here to this very moment. We will be coming in now. Any moment from now, you'll be seeing him live on this very stage. Not on YouTube again or on Facebook. As I said before, you count yourself as the most blessed human being right from this very evening, because Nnamdi is going to deliver a very crucial gospel tonight. And this very message will go beyond the earth. Even Chukwu Kabiama is listening. So as we are welcoming the great man himself, the big masquerade, the man that the enemies hear his name and their heart will break. The man that the enemies hear his name and their blood pressure will rise beyond control. He will be arriving here now, and you will hear from him. As Nnamdi said, you people know what the right thing to do. We are going to welcome him in our own way. I didn't know to order of what to do. We are Biafrans. I am welcoming the great man. He will be arriving now with his aide. With you, all of us knows that Nnamdi is not alone. We always accompany him with a very promising Biafra. His name is Mazi John Ahaneku. That is the name of our leader, and he is here also this very evening. with us. The selected people are here this very evening. I am saying once again, if you can make it today to be here, you are one of the selected. Because one Igbo, they said, so the security, please, can you go and inform our leader that the Biafrans are waiting? Friends of Biafrans are waiting. Even enemies of Biafrans, they are still waiting. Because the gospel will go everywhere. It will enter to every ear this very evening. My name once again is Det3nti0n. I am serving this very great family as a German national coordinator. And I have nothing to regret about that. I am very, very proud to serve this very family. Nnamdi himself is stepping in. Holy, 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 Nnamdi Kanu is another Savior. 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 I believe. Please, can we take our seats? Can we go back to our seats, please? Can we go back to our seats so that we pay appropriate attention to the great gospel? Please get back to your seats. We don't want people to be walking around. I have said it today. If you want to make it, try to do that from your seat. We don't want to see people standing. Please, we don't want to see people standing. So that people were, those that were sitting behind will still see Nnamdi. And if you have something to give up this time, this very night. All hail! All hail! Nnamdi, you are highly welcome. You have shown us love, great love indeed. Every minute of the day, you call on us. That makes us very, very special. We are very, very proud of you. May Chimaobi bless you, continue to be leading you. Biafra we must get. In the name of Chimaobi.
I welcome each and every one of you here gathered. You have to excuse us because it's a live broadcast. I have to sit down for the duration of my address. Maybe after that I will stand up, we'll switch off all transmission, and then I will be able to address you privately. This very program this evening is coming live from here in the city of Nuremberg in Germany, in front of audience that I believe are hardcore. Is that correct? Only in Nuremberg, not even the whole of Germany. It is my pleasure to be here, and I'm delighted to be amongst you. You are very lucky here in Nuremberg because I brought with me our deputy as well, Chimaobi is here with me. And our sister is also here. She's here with us. And tonight from here we shall preach this very gospel. The gospel of truth and redemption. From this very hall this evening, We shall, all of us, speak the minds of our people. We shall address every issue that is pertinent and of importance to the restoration of Biafra, insofar as it affects us as a group and also as a people. I welcome each and every one of you. As it is customary, we must pray. Before we commence, this is a live presentation. By the way, I will indulge, or should I say, ask one of you to please switch your phone to vibrate or to silent, because the whole world is listening. When we preach this very gospel, humanity comes to attention. Everything we say is gospel. When we preach it, it resonates amongst those who are of good conscience. And ultimately, as you well know, the zoo must fall. There is nothing anybody can do about it. The zoo will fall eventually. This evening, we are going to pray in 2 phases. Is there any entitled person here? We pray in the name of Chukwokika Biama, always well known, because the restoration of Biafra is spiritual and not temporal. It is in the gift of Elohim to give that to us. Is there anybody who is titled who is here? Who is traditional? I mean proper tradition. Please come forward and the microphone. I want him to pray for us.
All hail Biafra. Aka Biafra. Aka Biafra. Aka Biafra. Amake Igbo. Kenga Amara. Kenga Igbo. Agwaji Jemba. Kenga. Kenga Okuzu. Awele. Tamambula. Tamuyut. Bobi Igbo. Biafra Keremun. Biafra Keremun. Chukwuka Biama. Edwine Udo. I'm gang. Na Vaji na Kirika. Make no. No. Ashaya. The Jalami. Adamu Biafra. Coordinator. Bobby Igbo. Biafra. IPOB. Bonya. Koensi. Chukwuka Biama. Anmayun. Bobby Igbo. Ana Biafra. And Rohim. Biko. Chukwuka Biama. When it was I walking. What on your side? This is the one of my Canada. Kukulaya. Bobano. Yeah, one of you are done. One I can get to Gamadan. Biko. Belani, Yogi. Another line. Ija. And it's not just a I can't get one. I just am more Dubai, Dubai, or Ebidoguya, Sevilla, Panangang, Belgunga, Belgano. Go down. Anamayo, Anibo, Anabiafra, Bicon, Bob Nono, Biano, Line. And no more God. Anamayo, Si anyị gara bịa na ọnwụkwa n'ebe ọzọ iwe onye anyị ga eko ọnwụkwa n'ebe ọzọ ya akpa tụọ ọbụla si na-eje ma jesi n'elu jee n'ala mmiri kwa ebe ọkwụ ya mmiri oriri wee na-ayọ n'ọmụmụ gad ozu bịanụ nlek kene anyị bịanụ nlekpele anyị mmanụ anyị iwe unu ụlọ nke anyị echefuru unu dị egburegbu anyị echefuru nwa ọgwụkwa echefuru unu anyị na-etu unu n'ekpere mgbe ọbụla biko anyị manụ n'ebe a iwu unu zụwa ụmụnnu na-agba unu azụ anyị na unu anyị ka na-agawa nna ya agakwana esi enu Elohim ana m ayọ Chukwu ya ka ọ bịa ebe a n'ala anyị n'ọnọdụ anyị nọ tata ozi ọnọdụ a n'ala anyị bịa n'ala n'ala Chukwu Okobiam ogozikwa our honorable leader Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ọmadike ndị Igbo ike nke ọma mbala ka ọ bịa n'ala anyị chiekwa nne ya okwuo mechakwa ya na ndị ezinụlọ ya ebe ọ bụla ọ nọ n'osotu ya uche mọfọ na ada Biafra na ndị ọzọ na-anọrọ ebe a ụmụnne anyị ndị na-anọrọ ebe a ndị nọ ebe a anyị ma na okirikiri anya sị na ndị ilu gba anyị na ndụ na na-eche ndụ ya nche mgbe niile ma anyị na-anụrụ anyị ọgụ na ajụ Okobiam ka ọ ga-anụrụ anyị ka onye ọbụla n'ebe a bịa nụrụ ọmụrụ ma anyị gbara akọrọ ụmụ ya ọkọsịala ụmụ ya ụmụaka ọrụ ụmụaka ya akwụkwọ okwu amalike na-ekwu ogbu okwu Det3nti0n generation onye amụta amarakwa ga mesi mana onye ọbụla kaba arụ ka ọ mụta nụ enweghị ahịa akọ na ahịa anyị kọrịkwa nnụ biko ekelekwa m unu malike ekele gị nke ọma mbala
led by Supreme Leader Nnamdi Kanu.
I had wanted to sit down, but it seems to me that I may have to stand after all. I came to Germany on a very special assignment which I completed this morning. And I said I will use that very opportunity to see some of you, especially those in Nuremberg. The hardcore, not everybody. That's what I said. So we can sit down and interact. You have the spirit to understand what he's doing. For me, I was in the spirit, I don't know for you. Our enemies have come. Actually, they will come. When they are not raping our mothers in the farms or raping our sisters or abducting us from the streets, they are killing us at their checkpoints. And do you know why they are killing us? They are killing us because they want to destroy our morale. Them in years gone by, now they have come to reap. And they are counting on one thing to succeed. That they will demoralize IPOB. That they will keep arresting and killing with the help of Dave Omahi and all the rest of them until we get tired, until we give up. Then Fulani will march into our land and take it over. The same thing they did to Hausa people. They want to do to us. They think we are cowards. They think we cannot stand and defend our land. And that is why I make this promise today, as I always make. And as I did from the beginning. Before Chukwukika in heaven and men on this earth, that I will return to Biafra land and I will lead this same army until our land is free. The work we are doing, some of you may not understand it. It may be too complex, or should I say too spiritual, for the carnal mind to appreciate. But I'm sure some of you can see, even when it's dark. That is why if you can see very clearly, you will understand where we are going to. We only have one destination, and that destination is Biafra. Nothing is going to stop it. My happiness is that our friends, the Yorubas, they are now waking up. That thing Ojukwu saw over 50 years ago, that thing that we are re-entering today, they have woken up. They now know that the Fulanis do not mean well for anybody at all. And if they don't take time or rise up, they will be consumed, as I told them. I said to the Yoruba, punishment will come. Did I not say that? It will come. It's a good thing they have, or should I say, Elohim has raised somebody for them to fight their battles. I read some comments where some misguided and very foolish people were laughing at the fact that Sowore have been arrested. And that in a very brief moment, they encapsulated everything that is wrong with us as a people. Sowore went in immortal. The reason he will live as an immortal. And then you will follow him. They are the type of people that we need in order for us to be able to establish one very simple fact, that every oppressed people, every oppressed person has the right to be free. Only if you want it. Only if you want it. When you protest in the democracy, they arrest you. All of you are in Germany, is that correct? Have you seen people protest in Germany before? Have you seen people protest in Germany before? Did the German police arrest them? The German police shoot at them? Oh, police protect protesters. Do you see why we call them a zoo? When you protest, they kill you. Who doing the killing now? Was important. But Tinubu they're trying to incite civil strife and rage. But Buhari, before he died, also said that if they lose the elections in 2015, that monkeys and baboons will be what? Will be what? But you see how they operate in the zoo. Because it is a land filled with hypocrites, illiterate, backdated hypocrites. Of them. I was reading before I came here. My friend went to a program on AIT, is that correct? Fanny Kayode was with AIT this morning, is that correct? And he said, journalists, problem in this country. He told her face because she was trying to justify the unjustifiable. Here we are in Germany. The queue to get American visa is from here to Munich and back. People are struggling to come over here to Europe. People are struggling to go to live or to seek a better life in America. But in America, before they became what they are today, they protested. They fought a war of independence. They even fought a war to free black slaves in America. Wait to make us better. Do you know why we want freedom? Is it not so that our kids can go to distance so that we can have electricity? So we can have good roads. Is that not correct? Is that not why we are agitating? Are we agitating because we hate anybody? Is our agitation for freedom born out of hatred? And I still don't need to preach this very gospel. And I said to those pastors that something great is coming. Has it not come? I don't know. It is time to the governor to do something for his people. He said he's forming forest guard. They're going to change anymore here. Forest. That is not just funny. And he said that DSS will be in charge of the recruitment. When I got to Anchor, DSS will be in charge of recruiting you. The same people killing us will not recruit us into forest guard. Without guns. Without bullets. Whereas the Allah is under. Government. So to raise our mothers and our sisters and them for doing that. And when somebody comes to fight to say it's wrong, that what's happening is wrong, Some people are busy mocking and supporting evil. Mocking and supporting evil. And I ask some of you here, do you like the type of life you're living today? No. Are you happy with it? No. Do you think that one day the German people will organize themselves and send you back home? Do you think they will fix Biafra for us? Do you think they will build your roads for you for free? Or give you light for free? It is your responsibility. That is the difference between white people and black people. I don't have time to feel sorry for myself. I'm sure you know that. I'm not one of those sentimental idiots, so I go back and I start crying and feeling sorry. No, I don't do that. If you want your land to be like this, you have to build it yourselves. Who will build it for you? Huh? Our dear brother is dead. And so are many more. And I'm afraid to say that many more will die. Until we wake up, all of us, one day to realize that Biafra is the only hope we have. Not just for we Biafrans, not just for those in West Africa, but for the whole of Africa and beyond. When you see evil happening, you must confront it. They said Wood is coming here, is that correct? Who invited him here? Who invited them? When did he invite her? No, I just want to ask a very honest question. If you're one of them, just raise your hand. I have a question to ask. No, because you understand. That's all. Is it that he is a defender of his people? What are you him? I want to understand. We cannot be fighting and dying for a Biafra that will contain all of us. And some of you will go behind our back to be inviting people responsible for the death of those fighting for survival. Is it not the same thing? Is it not the same thing? Serve is not only when you serve the zoo. Somebody came and killed your people in their thousands. They have refused to condemn Fulani headsmen. They have to call for the banning of Magban, Mietiala. And you are inviting such a person. And you want us to go on fighting and dying so that you can come home to Biafra land to lead a good life. Is that fair? Is that fair? Let him come here now. It's not possible. Because if you don't have conscience to understand that this man works against IPOB, because we said no to elections in the zoo, and those who are doing revolution now, I ask them this question. If they had boycotted the election, do you think we'll be having all this useless debate now? We told them if you vote is meaningless. They said we are warmongering, hate speech. Why are you voting or allowing a dictator to rig himself into office and then you come back and start to protest? The greatest protest would have been for you to boycott the election straight away. But they won't let us rest. So we had to show them that voting is basically null and void. Do you know what Oshomole said? Do you know what he said? That Sowore should not have contested now. Is that not what he said? Is that what he said? Ah. But we told them not to vote. There is nothing good about Nigeria. There is nothing good about the zoo. But they won't listen. You people don't listen. Those involved in the invitation of Nwodo to this place, you have no conscience, you have no soul. You are wicked and you're evil. Because of money, one chonchego or maybe connection, you want to give your card. In case any security contract or cleaning contract. I want you to understand the depth of your wickedness and shallowness. You have no morals. You have no scruples. And you have no conscience. How can you invite a man that said he sabotaged Biafra before? He will sabotage Biafra again. Is he Abia? They're killing you. Who not born on their police? Look at one her police. I am asking you in a dream, what are you celebrating? Is it your ignorance that you're celebrating? What are you celebrating? Do you see our problem? In the Britain, do you see how you're holding yourselves down? I have been saying this all the time. Che Guevara came to Africa to fight in the Congo. After a while, he left. They asked him, you know Che Guevara, don't you? You know him. You know him very well, from Bolivia. He fought with Fidel Castro for the Liberation of Cuba. And in Guatemala, in a few places in Latin America. He left Congo after a while. They asked him why. He said, because a black man do not understand what freedom is all about. He will always put the need of the stomach over and above his self-preservation as a human being. That he cannot fight with such people. In Apomodo, Eleganya, 1 or 2 senators, yes? To come. The same people responsible for the mess you're in. But I logo, Agua, Najimilioko. Unu ma ihe ntụrụkpa unu ma ihe ọnwụ ndị ke ebe a na-ekwu okwu ụmụ ndị Lagos branch maka unu ma ihe ntụrụkpa IPA. Do you want Biafra? Yes. Do you want Biafra? Yes. Then why are you inviting Wood? What has it got to do with Biafra? Huh? No, I want to understand the reason or the justification for inviting them. Nobody can tell me. Have they said anything regarding the small boy that was killed? Have they said anything? No. I was told today they issued a statement calling for Sowore's release. Is that correct? Did you read it? Did anybody hear it? Or maybe it's fake news. No, I'm saying, did you read Ohanese's statement? You have not? Maybe it's fake news. These are the people who are killing you. And you intend to invite them. You have not asked them what they are doing back home regarding the menace that the foreigners are posing in our land. the death that they are causing in our land. But they are junketing and gallivanting all over the place without a single solution. Had they not moved against IPOB or called for operation pattern dance against IPOB, Fulanis will not have the temerity to come into our land. So you don't know that. Because anytime you're divided now, the enemy will come in. Don't you know that? And that was exactly what they did. And some of you are inviting them. In a country of impunity upon impunity, we have up before to speak up against the evil happening to us. And some of you are hobnobbing with them for what? To serve what purpose? What are you looking for you don't have in Germany? What else are you looking for? Perhaps they are seeking relevance. They want to belong. They want to be seen that they know Ohaneze. And by the way, Wodo is living in December. You know that? His tenure comes to an end in December. Don't you know that? Oh, you don't know? Oh. His 4 years comes to an end in December. And it will be the turn of Imo State to produce the next Ohaneze president. I'm telling you that. Maybe Okurausa will come and run for it. And then some of you here will invite him to come to Nuremberg for Iliji for 2020. Our land is under siege. Monumental siege. If you keep quiet, our mothers will be raped. Our Hausa people did exactly what some of us are doing today. You know what Hausa did? Do you know what they did? In 1804, 1805. Oh, they said they are fighting corruption. That the Fulanis will help them to get rid of their corrupt leaders. And where are they today? They are now irrelevant. They came and they arrested, what's his name? Is it Maurice Iwu? Maurice Iwu, when was he the INEC president? How many years, how many decades ago? They came for him. They are alleging he committed 1.2 billion naira fraud. They went to court. The court set his bail bond at 1 billion naira. Do you know the man called Ibrahim Lamode? Some of you may be surprised. But do you know there is no Igbo millionaire in dollars? Do you know that? They don't know. We don't have, do you know any Igbo billionaire in dollars? Do you know anybody? Huh? Onye bata goes to 4x4, so na bata go. Second hand 4x4. Maybe probably imported from Germany. Do you know those that have the money in the zoo? On the Fulaniji this morning. And the money belongs to you and I. All the way from Amambala Basin to Okwa, to Ndoni, to Akwete, oil and gas belongs to us. But when they come to your village, they pick one person up and give him 3,500. Take him to Abuja and tell him from today, your title is Ochurozwo. You are now an Igbo leader. Uburwan choncho change na akpa onwe obere akpa na akpa ogoma abala maka na ekwu etu ana ekwu ekwu obere nwa na akpa ogoma abala ekwuri etu ije no nya aji ego. sent back to the village to become your leader. And I cut 4 years ago. Meanwhile, they are taking what belongs to us. Do you know that people are dying of cancer in Iguacha? Do you know that? And that women are having miscarriage in Iguacha. Are you aware of that? Sometimes in Iguacha, you go outside and you touch your car, you will see a film. Carbon everywhere. People are healing. You go and tell them, what is killing you is in this carbon, and Biafra can stop it. They'll tell, oh no, you are trying to deceive us. Oh, when you're one. This is how foolish we are. Can you begin to understand how daft we are? But imagine Fulani in their cleverness with their dirty cattle all over the place. When Boko Haram was designated a terrorist group, Buhari, when he was alive, he said no. Lai Mohammed said no. El-Rufai said no. Opa Boko Haram that goes about killing people. And in fairness to them, you know, I don't blame Boko Haram that much. I'm sure you're aware of that. Do you know why I don't blame them? No. They killed their leader, Yusuf. They killed them. They killed him and said, what can you do? We are Nigerian police. We can kill anybody we like. That's why you are where you are today. Boko Haram. Have you heard of any northern governor criticize Mieti Allah? Have you heard them criticize Fulani headsmen? Then some of you are inviting somebody that criticizes their own people. Some Yorubas are about to make the same mistake with Sowore. The same. For people persecuting you, destroy your. They got rid of Jonathan. They said petrol was at, is it 85 naira per liter? I don't know how much it was. 80 again. They said subsidy. It is a scam. They are corrupt. Get them. Has subsidy stopped? Has it not gone up? But nobody can see because they are using the same template of 1804. We are fighting corruption. Meanwhile, they are busy stealing and conquering you. But they are counting on the fact. Anyway, maybe they didn't reckon that IPOB will come. Have we not opened the eyes of the zoo? Have we not opened it? Before we came, who would have used the word revolution to come out to the street to protest? And now they have seen how we do it in IPOB, isn't it? You know, tear gas, it has stages. Small one, the middle one, and the big one. Aboki recruit, bank, small one. Everybody. Protest finished. But we have been protesting since 2015 till today. I feel sorry for the zoo, honestly. Imagine the day we will march. What will happen? Heaven will bear us witness. The day we march, the sun will not set. So far, Afghanistan, revolution or war. They're asking them, they said, we are now going to start on the 29th of August. Or some 19. They postpone, we get to 29th of August now. And they postpone protest. And though they called miscreants, held the zoo down. Head bridge was blocked for 4 days. We know how to do it. And I'm saying to them in the West, we are only waiting for them to start, isn't it? Huh? And I'm telling them tonight, land bridge, we will shut down beyond 1 week. I said, third mainland bridge, for every hour they stay there, we will be on the streets of Biafra land for 1 week. Can they do it? If not for Ohaneze and your governors. I remember somebody telling me in those days when I went to court from DSS dungeon. You know what the person said to me? That if they want to bring me out from here, I should say no. Yes. I was driven from DSS to court. Somebody came to me at the height of our protest for my release and said to me, if they ask you to leave here today, tell them no. I looked at her and I said, why? You're not them outside though. Are going that the zoo will capitulate. I thought he was joking. The next day, Obasanjo said, an Igbo man should be the next president to pacify us. But Babangida said the same thing. But those people you are inviting to come here for Iriji, you know what they did? You know what they did? They went behind and said, what can you give me? My daughter just graduated from university. What can you give her, please? They came out and they condemned. You people are stopping traffic. Our economy is this, economy is that. But now the foreign men are killing you. Why can't you talk about economy anymore? They destroyed it. Oh my, this people, India didn't Zuzu. Had they supported IPOB at that time, the zoo will come and invoke what is called doctrine of necessity. They will sign it and beg and say, please, come 2019, presidency is yours. Whatever you want, you can do with it. The same thing now they're going back and saying, oh, any woman that wants to vie for presidency in 2092, start now to build alliance. You are the ones destroying every opportunity you have had to move forward. But it cannot happen anymore in IPOB now. It can't happen. Because we are going to be free. And there is nothing anybody can do about it. Understand where we are going to. Some of you don't know. They said it will not last long. After a while, they will disappear. He's looking for relevance. Looking for relevance. They want to. He wants to be popular. Miscreants will. Miscreants are Maka. Yes. Yes. But we are still here today. Fighting for what we know to be right. Because men died and women trying to protect the ideal that IPOB has become. And the only way we can say thank you to them for laying down their lives for this very movement is to restore Biafra. No other way. We are not like anybody you've seen before. We are not. And you will not see anybody like us ever again. This is once in a lifetime opportunity. to restore Biafra. We are asking for Biafra to be restored because those in the zoo called Nigeria, they are all evil people. Maybe not all of them, but those at the helm of affairs. When Jonathan was in power, they called for protest. People came out to protest. Nobody arrested them. Were they arrested? But when you do the same thing when they are there, they arrest you. Everybody is a terrorist apart from Fulani headsmen. And you keep quiet. You know, the US government is very clever. You know what they said? It is for Nigerians. It is for Nigerians to deal with the problems of Nigeria. It's not for them. If you think that somebody from abroad will come and tell you, oh, this is Jubril, he shouldn't be there, then you're dreaming. How many of you here knows that Buhari is dead? Huh? It was when they convinced all of you that that thing there in Asorok is Buhari that they realized how foolish an average Nigerian is. And that is why their headsmen can keep with impunity and nothing will happen to them. Has any headsman been prosecuted? Arrested? The one they arrested in Taraba, they killed the policeman that arrested them and set him free. And they lied and denied and said, oh, it was a mistake. Not up to 24 hours, the same thing happened in Edo State. Do you know that? In Edo, vigilante in Edo, they killed the vigilantes and then released the headsmen. And some of you still say, I'm a proud Nigerian. I'm proud to be a Nigerian. You don't know what you want. You're not serious. So when we say that we are being insulted, you know they are killing blacks in America. You know why they're killing them in America? Are you aware of that? Do you know why they're killing them? Because of what is happening in Africa, especially the zoo. They know that we can't. That's why they can kill us. If your so-called government can kill you, I can go with it in broad daylight. Go and connive with judges. A judge in a court of law. A judge. Before you bring somebody before a judge, you must have at least rudimentary evidence. As you are, they can catch him when he's going home and say you're a terrorist and go to a court to obtain what is called ex parte motion or whatever, or judgment. You know what it means? You and I have a problem. I run to a judge. Instead of the judge to say, oh, who do you have this case with? There is a saying where we come from. I don't know for some people. There's a saying where we come from. Now understand why I want to leave the zoo. We are natural justice dictates that you must hear from both parties before you rule. But somebody who says she has PhD in law, is a judge, has been doing this and that, and the elite can go and decide on a case brought by one Alikali from somewhere. And you're not there. They obtain permission to detain you for 45 days. And you ask the judge, but what did this person do? The judge turned around and said, what I'm just giving you is appetizer. If you want to detain him more, come back, I'll give you more time to detain him. But what did this man do? Oh, he called for revolution to do what? What is the ingredient? Oh, he wants to protest. But did you not protest 5 years ago? But that doesn't matter. They have pocketed everybody, including some of us, our common sense. That is why Fulani headsmen are everywhere. They kill us and they run to their police barracks. They kill us, they run to their army barracks. And I have told them, today is about the second. I think the army has responded to what we said yesterday. That ccept is line. Every checkpoint in Biafra land must go. Every checkpoint. If they don't go, we will compel them to go. You cannot tell me that in the north where there is Boko Haram, Mieti Yala, Fulani headsmen, bandits, there are no roadblocks. No checkpoints. But in Biafra land, every kilometer is a checkpoint. You say you won't give them money and they kill you. All we do is we carry you and we say, we no go agree, oh, we no go agree. And we bury you. And then that's it. Until they continue. It can't happen now. They must leave our land. The same way that you are inviting to come here to eat G with you. One of the planks of his campaign when he was running for Haneze, he said, I will fight to dismantle the checkpoints in Igbo land. Is that what he said? The only thing he will be remembered for is sabotaging Biafra. Is that the type of life you want to live? Is that the type of country you want to belong to? That is why the death of Chimaobi can never ever be forgotten. There is always a time, there comes a time in the history of the people when you must say that enough is enough. We cannot be killed in our farms and then you come out on the road for no reason. A so-called security, whatever nonsense they call it, operative, will come and kill one of us and they go scot-free. It can never happen. And you will make sure that it never happens again by the support that you give to IPOB here in Germany and by consequence all over the world as well. Because we are not relenting. Some of you may not see a lot of what we are doing, but we are doing quite a lot. I assure you. If you recall the other day, Osibajo was begging for unity. Is that correct? Do you know Osibajo was begging for unity a few days ago? And only this morning, Atiku Abubakar did the same. Is that correct? If there is not something threatening the unity of the zoo, would they say what they said? It's common sense, so. If nothing is disturbing the zoo, will they say what they said? That tells you that we're doing something. And very soon, results are going to come. Nam goes, you know, they won. Yes, we'll take calls now from people. Do you have the speaker here? Have we announced the number? No? Was the number announced? Or maybe we can start from here. There are those here with...
Yes, let people start.
You have to come forward if you have anything to ask, and then...
Okay.
The microphone is not sure. How are they using that? So do we have anybody who wants to ask a question here? You raise your hand and then you'll be called forward to ask. You know, I don't like murmuring. If you have any question to ask, you ask. Ask anything that is you ask, I'll answer.
Get the wireless. Please, if you have a question, please step forward, please.
My name is Maze. I'm a local model. Government Spartan cases for the network. Please, my question is not really what you said now, but I want to be clear based on the 1 million how much you called last time in America. Is this for only those in America or what are people from other various?
It's all over the world. If you can be in America, please come to America. Because we will do it. Yeah? It is for everybody. And I want to announce this number for those who may wish to call in to ask questions. It's +49, is that correct? That's the code for Germany. +49 151 2909 1948. I repeat, +49 151 2909 1948. +49 15 12 90 91 948. Please, can you also put that perhaps on Facebook as well? Does anybody else have a question? I'm sure some of you from here will come to US. Is that correct? Yes. Yes. Wonderful.
All hail Biafra.
Oh, hey, Biafra.
My name is Det3nti0n. My question is that September, UN is having their General Meeting Assembly. So I want to just know, should we expect to hear anything about Biafra, the killings of Biafrans, and the zoo in general, what is happening in the zoo? Should we expect to get anything from anybody from there in the UN General Assembly? That's my question.
Thank you very much. I don't know if anybody read or is aware of the UN report that came out. That was about 3 weeks ago. Is that correct? 3 weeks ago? It came out. Did you read it? About what is situation report in Nigeria. Did any of you read it? You're not aware of it? And I judge the UN. UN, they're going to hear one good now. No, UN issued a report to the zoo. And the report was quite explicit. United Nations, for the very first time, referred to us as people from Biafra region. Is that not correct? So what else are you looking for? Nigeria is a sovereign state. So they have to tread very carefully. We are making our case, we're articulating it, and governments around the world are receiving it. And that is why the zoo is under constant pressure. That is why Osibajo, the vice president, can rise up and say that, pleading for unity, the same thing that Atiku did today, because something is happening somewhere. We are mounting the right pressure everywhere. And when the time comes, with UN, you will know about it. You don't need to be, ask any questions. Before the year runs out, thank you.
Sorry, we have a call here. Let's see. Somebody's calling.
Hello.
Yes,
Hello.
go ahead, please.
Yeah, this is Nicholas.
Yes, Nicholas, go ahead. We are listening. Go ahead.
Yeah, Nicholas, calling from Biafra land.
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
Precisely. Biko, ebuli da kere mge n'ozi na-eje. Anyị kwụghị n'azụ kwụsie ike mana enwere ofu ihe na-enye anyị enwere ofu ihe na-enye abọda anyị. Ịga na IPOB enwere misconception a na-enwe gbasara religion. A na-asị ndị be anyị ndị churches ka ha mere courage their members ka ha na-apụta na join Biafra. But I just target that some section of the people this Biafra agitation for the career loss of no dominant. We hear in the IPOB. In fact, I criticize some churches which even know how the population, whatever going on in Nigeria. They have the population. So I believe that Biafra was able for every religion, free for everybody to practice, despite Christianity in Arabia. But it's a religion practiced all over the world, one of the oldest religions. So I got a I have been in the churches. So she got to onye nwe so I have my own suggestion. Because when we taking oath, and most of us take this oath to Bona, I am had oath that they work here. As a Christian, only in the Bible we take oath. Take any oath to be apart from the Bible. So I don't know how we have been accommodated in taking this oath. Many of us want to come in, but because of our religion, we cannot do that effectively. We are being sidelined. I think I saw something that be here, so only to get here on Bigo,
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, my dear brother. Thank you. Call the call. My dear brother, I know he's listening and his intentions are very honorable. I show him on your chupu yanobo. Yes, no bo. If you want to worship doll baby, me here doll baby. Carry the plastic name bad and tagre. Doll baby. If you want to worship doll baby, please go ahead and do so. Onyena. Onyena. For me and my household, we worship Chukwokika Abiyama. Whatever you like, you can worship. That is your business. But regarding taking of oath, you must take it. If you can take oath to serve the zoo called Nigeria, why won't you take oath to be in Biafra? Because we don't want sabotage. We are the largest mass movement in the whole world because we are disciplined, because we are under oath, solemn oath not to betray Biafra. Then what are you afraid of? When you're in America, you swear allegiance to America. I'm sure before you get German citizenship, you swear allegiance to Germany, don't you? So why won't you swear allegiance to Biafra? That's what it is. You must. Because first and foremost, if you practice Judaism, Christianity, or anything you call it, first and foremost, you are a Biafran. and your allegiance lies to Biafra, not to any religion. That is the only way we can build that very land of ours. Religion is a personal business, you and your God. But everybody must be under oath. The same people that are complaining, are they not the pastors who are being killed by Fulani headsmen? Do they know if you're under oath or not? A people you see, they just kill you. Please, Uche, take the next call. Yes, please go ahead. Hello? What? Can you hear me?
Hello?
Yes, please.
Hello, can you hear me?
Loud and clear, your name and where you're calling from.
Hello?
Hey.
Yeah. No, I cannot hear you. Hello?
But we can hear you very well.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear, please. Your name and where you're calling from. I don't got network in this room. It's calling from Germany. Please, your name and where you're calling from.
Hello.
Yes, please. Your name and where you're calling from.
Is this Edu Biafra?
Yes, it is.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Oh, dear. Sunday, I want the full
I'm calling from...
From where?
The greatest city in the world, Lagos.
Hey, no wonder now. You can't hear me.
I want to know.
Dr. Abanya gave me my phone.
Hello?
Yes, please go ahead. We are listening.
Hello?
Hey. Dr. Abanya, phone again. Please, next call, please, if you may. I forgot to tell you, please, if you're calling, once you call, we pick your call, start speaking because the world is listening, please. The world is listening. Don't wait to hear your voice back again before we proceed. Anybody calling, or do we go to the audience here? No calls coming in. I mean, the line is jammed, I believe. Any other person here waiting to say before we close? Yes, please give him the microphone. Thank you. Yes. Where? Full on settlement there now. You will give the address to the coordinator of where they are. They came to Anam and we drove them away. We have driven them away from 4 locations in Ebonyi. from 5 in Enugu. And we shall continue to do so. Tell us where they are and we'll move them out. As simple as that. We've been doing it now. We've lost men. That is the uncelebrated war that is going on, which IPOB is fighting on your behalf. And some people are busy fighting in their word. Give us the address. They will leave. We know what to do. We know what to do. Do we have any call on the phone? The call on the phone, can you hear me? Hello? Nothing is coming through. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, please. Your name and where you're calling from?
Hello?
I can hear you. Go ahead, please.
Hello?
People want to hear
Good
you.
evening, sir.
Yes, good evening. Go ahead, please. Go ahead.
Hello?
Yes, sometimes there's a delay. Go ahead.
My name is, I hope that you can hear me. My name is Det3nti0n. I'm calling from Germany.
Yes.
It's my pleasure today that I can call this humble home. I feel the one family. I want one suggestion, understand, just not to waste your time.
Yes,
my own suggestion was, I need to go ahead and I wouldn't know, nigga, water, nigga, a man announcement. So you're ready to fight for Biafra, or we not alliance with the Israel government. I wouldn't no Germany or another place like Italy. They are the interest. And go what the Israel or go to some training. And as I made this training, I wouldn't have every day can move. Every day now, I'm not my bum now. On us, and I wouldn't believe in train going for 2 days. No more going train for 3 months. More the going to time where on us because the thing about my mother defend me. Now my name June, which I'm the way they happen on how we see her on us. I will just secure go to my fatherland. Even anything about the one I'm in our body. And I'm no longer na Facebook. I'm very busy. I wouldn't need just to know. Well, senior will the government. He said, I want to have the government. I want to go to there. On a Sandico, one of the kilos category came away. On a Samoa, Baligo, change to more. On a Samona, I get a million of women. I wouldn't know how I think, mango start, you go more go to you. I wouldn't I guess Det3nti0n. I won't go at the Bugan can support so on us. Everybody will get back a culture, our log, I want for all. On us, so much with my contribution. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, my dear brother. Uche, can you turn the line off? Thank you very much. Did you all hear what he said? Yes. Did you hear him? It's one of the best calls I've had in years. He understands the urgency of the situation. Our dear brother here, maybe when I was telling them that the Fulanis are coming to take our land, they didn't believe me. He's a living witness. His village is gone. Our brother who is calling doesn't want his village to go as well. So he will fight Buratai himself. Let me tell you why we must be prepared before we march. If we start anything today, they will go to the nearest village and raise it to the ground. Did you see what they did in Bayelsa? Was it Bayelsa that did that thing? Because they are cowards, they don't know how to fight. They specialize in killing civilians. Any day we march unprepared. Before we march, we must make sure we can defend every inch and every territory of our land. Anywhere you live, they'll go there and bomb the village and kill everybody to demoralize you. That's how they are. And if that doesn't work, they'll kill our people in the north. That's what they do. I know them very well. So we must be prepared. And don't think that because, do you expect me to announce everything we do? Or to make it public? No, we are doing many things, I assure you. We'll get Runuga. Don't worry about that. Thank you very much, my dear brother. Some of you will be here. We'll fight for you in the village. Don't worry about that. But support what we are doing. And don't invite anyone to do it. That's what we're saying. We will fight to defend your villages. Don't worry. Tell me where the problem is in Oka. We've been doing it, so you don't know. So you think that Fulani is not in our land killing anyhow because of a miracle? Is that what you think? Is that what you think? Do you know how many Yorubas they have killed? 600 or something. Are you aware of that? Why have they not done it in Biafra land? Because so they have to the mother Behana Koino. Without IPOB, a crew no nako back home. A crew no to say eku beremwa, a crew no funaka. Yes, please go ahead. Can you hear me? Is he there? Or she? The caller on the phone, can you hear me? No, answer the call. Can you hear me? The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Leader.
Yes, please. Your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Emeko Bioha. I'm from Ebony Province.
Yes.
Sir, I have a question for you. I want to know if you will or you are considering to open the same Biafra Aid that you opened in America here in Europe. I reside in Cologne and I would like to participate, even though I'm in our unity here and I pay my dues too. But I want also the same aid Biafra aid you opened in America to do the same here in Europe, because we have some other friends of Biafra here in Europe who would also like to contribute.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. We'll try and see what we can do. But you know that freedom fighting is a very expensive business. Are you aware of that? Expensive. The cheapest consultants in the world to do any work for you will cost you over $1 million a year. $85,000 every month. And without their services, you're not going anywhere. Do you know that? Have you tried to go to court before to go and argue your case yourself before a judge? Do you know what the judge will tell you? What will the judge tell you? Go and look for? Go and look for? Go and look for? So you don't know it's like international politics. Huh? For you to say Angela Merkel, a German political consultant will take you to her. Or else you write email and they put it in spam folder. It's a very expensive business. Very costly. And our brother said a very good thing, that we should open up the same Biafra Aid Foundation here. I want to most of my magayu barabo. In come here in America, go to neighbor. Huh? My mom had just 4.4 trillion. Only $2,000. Please, next call. The caller on the phone, can you hear me? The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Thank you. Call.
You don't know if Fulanis have come where he is. The caller on the phone, can you hear me? The caller on the phone, can you hear me? There's a problem with the phones. Can you hear me, the caller on the phone?
Hello.
Yes, please. Raise your voice, your name and where you're calling from.
Hello.
Yes, please. Your name and where you're calling
Can you
from.
hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hello.
I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello.
They are waiting for their voice to come across
Hello.
the radio.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I can, but you can hear us. I don't think it's from here. I can
you
hear
hear
you.
me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. And God is also the next person, please. How does this phone actually work? Can you hear me? The caller on the phone? Can you hear me? The caller on the phone? Anyone there? There's somebody there, but I think there's a problem. Please turn off the calls. I'll make something public. That will be on Monday. There is a woman at the Zoo High Commission in Accra recruiting Fulanis across West Africa and shipping them down to the zoo. I have her picture and the pictures of those that are moving down to our land. And in case you don't know, they have also told their women with children to reside in Biafra land. So they have come to stay. The one happening in Oka South is a settlement, is that correct? It's a settlement. They have come to stay there, isn't it? So as we are looking for a visa to go abroad, they are entering 911 to come down to where we are. As I told you before, the same thing that happened to the Jews. Because nature abhors vacuum. The more you leave your land to come out, the more the Fulanis will come to occupy it. And they're coming from all over West Africa. And we're in serious trouble. The caller on the phone, can you hear me? The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Okay.
Yes, go ahead.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. What I still want to add, I have called before, and what I still want to add, you can help me to tell Onyendu, understand? Because the more I nature with this struggle of a thing, going again, all Onyendu when it Israel government or anyway academic with Israel government, no matter what is required, no matter what is required, he can make it officially. I don't prepare say hero Taranani, but make it on the way me. All na see this require amana and up to 1 million people that yes they will support in this, understand? And we highlight the standard support from Israel. When the standard support from US, we are ready to match. Understand? When you cross Libya, cross the desert, cross many, I think it will not actually. I got money. What I say when you have this is what is I have people. I'm ready to rent out the only thing I have. And I said, yes, it is the financial support. I am out here because the more in Italy, the more honey women are not Funani na Libo. Funani na cousin. He was in the Zaga Libo. So Funani because all hands on to contribute. Thank you.
Thank you. He keeps saying what needs to be done. There is no millionaire supporting what we are doing. Are you people aware of what is happening in Libya? Are you aware of what is happening in Libya? Do you know who is supporting them? The rebels in Libya? It's the government of Bahrain. Do you know who is financing every other liberation movement you can think of? There are countries financing them. But you are the ones financing. All these things we've accomplished is you financing IPOB and the grace of the Most High. There is no millionaire, none, supporting us. Not a single soul. What we need to prosecute this very liberation struggle and succeed is not much. But at the rate of the money you're contributing now, it will take us approximately 28 years to raise that level of funding. You don't have it. And some of you are not charitable enough to give. You don't have it in you. It's not in our nature. I was telling some people the other day that we built Imo State Airport. You know Imo State Airport? We built it. I don't know how old some of you are here, but I paid 10 naira survival levy. My parents gave me the money and I paid. And I was given a receipt. Some of you here may have paid as well. Did any of you here pay survival levy? Imo State? Mine was 10 naira. I think maybe some traders paid 15 naira, I don't know. We built Imo State Airport. Launching after launching after launching. That was when I knew that we had no millionaires in Igbo land. That's not millionaire. Mbakwe did launching in every major town. Yet we did not raise enough money to build Imo State Airport. Then they taxed everybody, including secondary school students. 10 naira. And we paid. You people are not generous by nature. You don't have it in you. A Fulani millionaire can give Boko Haram $20 million. Continue what you're doing. Have you heard anybody call Boko Haram miscreants? Or call them names? Not one single soul. Instead, when they rape the mom will come back home, suffer from disease and die. And he will bury her in Homer Jeep. And buy 6 cows to bury her with. That's what happens. So it's not in you. I don't blame anybody. It's in our nature not to give. Why do you think Ojukwu lost the war? Ojukwu bought arms with his father's money. Nobody gave him anything. Even though he gave the money to go and buy arms, some ran away with it, some bought fake arms. And when those guns and bullets ran out, we lost the war. So you don't know. Do you want us to fail again? Do you want us to fail again? So my name will go down in the history books. Nnamdi Kanu also tried and failed. God forbid. So I want to be prepared. So, the bill is not much. Yes, it's not that much, if you consider it. But it's because we don't have any millionaire. To be honest with you, we don't. Happy Hannah, it's just smart. Even if they do, they don't have the spirit to give. And that's why we are suffering. That if there is one single millionaire from Biafra land, and Biafra will not come within a matter of weeks. Huh? We have gone very far. Nobody's talking about Israel. I gotta go. Just little help and then they're gone. Is anybody on the line? Please go ahead. The caller messenger, go ahead, please. Yes.
All Biafra.
All hail Biafra.
Afambo Ezema from Nnamdi. I'm calling from Moscow.
Thank you. Go ahead.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Is it my question is about finance levies. I would like to know if it is proper for a member of IPOB to collect levy on behalf of the family and claim to have forwarded the money to the finance headquarters without proof of bank transfer to ascertain that said money has been actually sent to our headquarters. I have raised this question so many occasions, but nobody was able to answer me. So I would like to use the opportunity to ask you directly to help and clarify this situation. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Somebody collected money on behalf of IPOB. Do you hear that? Somebody collected money in Russia and did not send the money to IPOB. Did you get any money from Russia? Nobody got the money. That's what we are seeing. And tomorrow he or she will say that nobody is allowed to collect money from anybody. Just pay your dues only, that's all. And your contribution. And I must commend those of you. I believe this is the hardcore in Nuremberg. Is that correct? Everything, anytime you see IPOB, we are begging IPOB, this is you, it's what you're doing. It's you that is doing it, nobody else. That's Kobo Afa Afununato. That's what we are using to do what we are doing. Don't collect money from Mr. B or Mr. F on behalf of IPOB, no. Direct them where to go to, or to your financial secretary. That's how to do it. Don't collect from anybody. Because what we do is, because you have contributed, you think that every other person shouting Biafra, Biafra have also contributed. Is that not true? It's just very few of you who are paying. I think Germany was number 1 before. Where are they now? Is it number 3 or 4? No, but they're no longer number 1. No, they're not. And do you know why you're no longer number 1? Do you know why? I'm going to unu sinunu na agbali. Unu number 1. That's what happened. And today, Germany is no longer number 1. Before, you were the highest contributors to IPOB worldwide. And I wish you can go back to being that once again. You know. Please, that is where we are full of pride. Nobody feeds us. We do what we are doing. IPOB funds itself. The same thing that we are doing, every other freedom fighting outfit in the world, governments sponsor them. Go and ask. In the history of the zoo, when you're going to go before IPOB, has anyone done it before? It's from your contributions. Germany, UK. UK is number 2, isn't it? Who is number 3? Number 3. Italy contributes more money than USA. Can you believe that? Yes. Italy. I must commend Michael Irania. He did very well. Irania, the real one, Michael Irania, that did work in Italy. Very fine job. Set up IPP family everywhere in Italy. I said everywhere in Italy. That's why they are number 3 in the world. But all the rich countries like Canada and America. Because for us, things are always in reverse. But if it's a black person, once you're there, your children are wearing socks and sandals to go to school. Other people can go to school barefooted. Is not your business anymore. But I'm grateful to Germany. At least Germany is a civilized country where people go to work. And they are number 1 in the world. When I remember it, that's what gives me hope. Do you think that sometimes I don't feel bad about our condition? Some of you have fun, I don't. I'm not with my family. So that tells you I want Biafra to come today, tomorrow. So I can settle down at least. Before I die. So I don't, some of you don't appreciate the pain that goes into what we are doing. It's a very painful process, I assure you. There is no fun in it. I'm going to GCK Germany. I beg of you. Please. There are calls. Sorry, who's on the line, please? Your name and where you're calling from? Yes, please go ahead.
Are you hearing me?
I can hear you loud and clear. Your voice will come through later. Please go ahead.
So I have a little contribution concerning. My name is Alex, and I'm from Delta State. So I have a little contribution concerning this issue.
Yes, go ahead.
Because the issue of the Biafra involves everybody, you know. So at least I don't know, my opinion can be so right, you know. Because anything from the zoo called Nigeria, it must be taken by force. Because doing it in a peaceful way like this, I don't think it will work. So I believe that Nnamdi Kanu is countable, and I believe with his power, he can do something that can make things possible. And for me, from my own opinion, I think making a good relationship like one of the international countries like Russia will be more better for me to have that liberation quickly. Without so, it will be very difficult. I need Nnamdi Kanu to look into it. That is my contribution, because we need this Biafra now, not anytime else. It must be now.
Thank you.
So thank you very much. That's my contribution.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm coming from Germany, yeah.
From Germany, okay.
I'm not. I'm a part of IPOB, but the thing is that where I live, I don't see any group or any people that is, you know, holding this meeting and all those things for me, because I don't know the side that you people have right now. Whether in because that time I watched it from their. I'm living under Christ Effort in Northern Westphalen.
Do you
know that area?
Westphalen, I've heard about it before. Is it Düsseldorf?
In Northern Westphalen, is a place called Effort.
Okay. Okay, we'll try and get his number. We'll try and get a national coordinator.
To Bielefeld also.
We'll get the national coordinator to try and link him up with our people there, so they can start a family. Somebody will call him. Yeah. Now,
yeah, my name is
Delta.
My name is Alex.
Yes.
I'm from Delta State.
Somebody will contact you. Somebody will contact you. Don't worry about that. Somebody will contact you. Okay? Uche.
Hello?
Yeah. Someone will say something here. He's one of us, and he wants. I like the desperation in our voice now. As I said, when the time comes, everybody will be looking for IFPOB to try and do something, and that time has come. We need funds, but it's not funds that you can bring together. It's not possible. You know. Do you know how much one attack helicopter gunship costs? Huh? No, you don't write an agreement. You have to show seriousness. Freedom fighting is like any other business. The person you're going to sponsor you is like a bank. And the bank manager will ask you, you want to do business of 200 euros. How much one do you have there with you? Isn't it? They're asking us how much we have. If we can buy, listen, if you go to a company and they show interest, they want to help you, you can buy equipment, what say $50 million. And somebody will underwrite one for 200 million. So you carry for 200 million. You pay 50 million. When you finish the war and you're successful, you can pay them back. That's how it's done. You don't go empty-handed and be saying, try and help me. That means you're not serious. And as I said earlier, when it comes to international diplomacy, the same level of consultancy we have in Israel and America, we must have it in Germany also. Do you know that? Everywhere you must have it. And this is they have our money. And anywhere we go to, our consultants in America, I went to them, held a meeting with them. I didn't want to tell any of you. Somebody from, when they started to make inquiries, Nigerian government offered them 2 million a month. The same thing they did to Atiku Abubakar. Do you know that? Yeah, you don't know. When am I hearing now? Atiku Abubakar hired consultants from the US. The zoo went there and doubled the pay and asked them to represent them as well. And that's the end of it. But we are lucky that we have men who are honorable, that love Biafra genuinely, and willing to work to make sure that Biafra comes. So they turned them down and said no to them. And what saved us was because I warned them that the zoo will come to them. I warned them that the zoo will come. And they did. So, of course they did. That is the type, people don't know the battle and the wars we're fighting every blessed day. We are just like, you know, a duck in a pond. You think he's moving very serenely, there's no problem. But if you go under, he's busy, paddling along. Who's on the line?
Okay. Uchemefo, good evening from here. Hamadiko members, good evening for here. My name still remains okay for the notion one format. I'm calling from Warsaw, Poland right now.
Thank you.
Originally based in Sweden. I have my question to members and you, Nwakanwa.
Go ahead.
My questions are these. Please, the number one question I want to ask is the issue of command and control. I'm only pleading with the leadership of IPOBians, especially Ohamadike and you, Uchemefo, to see if there is any other way you can regulate it, or better see, change it to obey and command, because a lot of people are hanging on that command and control and doing what they are not supposed to do. Second question is about this our struggle. Our men are being killed. Our boys are being killed in Biafra land. And if I could remember vividly, people of Amazonia, we were on top of them before, but now where are we? And another complaint I have here is this. I would suggest, or I wish that the leadership of IPOB can form something like a de facto government, which will help us a lot in this struggle. And
yes,
hello?
Yes, go ahead. We are listening. Go ahead.
Hello?
Yes, Richard, talk to him, please.
That wishes. Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, my brother, like I said, I am pleading that if the leadership of IPOB could afford us opportunity to create avenues, because we have a lot of people who are willing to come up with us and do something about this our struggle. Because like I always say, if there's anything the leadership of IPOB can do to at least give a hand, a free hand to some people, some hard cause in this struggle, because these our people being killed, we are not happy. And if there is any other way, possibly, we can help. I and my church, we have been calling, but we are not getting through. And there are a lot of wranglers in Biafra land. Please, we want to, the leadership of IPOB, please, to make sure that all these wranglers here and there are being checkmated. And because this struggle, our boys are being killed, our men are being killed. Okay. This is my take this evening. May Chukwuka give us wisdom, protect all of you, give all of you good health, so we can be able to go back to where we belong. We are tired of this Europe. We want to go home.
Thank you.
Bless you.
Thank you. You talked about command and control. Command and control is key. Without discipline, we would have fallen to pieces by now. There has to be discipline. That's number one. And number two, He said that Ambazonians have overtaken us. Yes. Nobody is allowed to misuse it. Nobody is allowed to misuse it. Command and control simply means being able to obey your superior, that's all. Not when they are committing a crime, you condone it. No, that's what we're saying. You report them if they commit any crime. That's what we're saying. And nobody's ahead of us. Do you know how many years we've been active, IPOB, under my leadership? How many years? 2012, we started broadcasting. That's Radio Biafra. IPOB was not constituted formally until when? 2000. So it was 2013 we started. 2013 we started. 14, 15, I was arrested. Is that not correct? For 2 years. Is that not correct? Should I say for 3 years? Because I was incommunicado for a year. Is that not correct? That's the 2005. 2005 I was arrested. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 2005 I was arrested. So that tells you, we've only been active with my leadership of IPOB for less than 4 years. Active, less than 4 years. And look at where we are today. Is there any office you go into, any foreign ministry you will go into on this earth that don't know about IPOB and what we're doing? Huh? We want to be prepared now. We will march, but we need to be prepared and fortified so we don't fail. That's all. And discipline will help us get there. And Uche, please, we have to take people from here. And then I'm sure the time they paid for the hall is coming to an end. Is that correct? Is that what I said? Are you sure? Okay, yeah, somebody here wants to say something. Then, yeah. Please go ahead. You got it. Thank you. Come closer, please. And why is it not? Why can't we hear it through the speaker? Go ahead. Yes. You see, it will.
But I always tell our people, it's not how long you are in this game, it's how consistently you are in this game.
That's true. Thank you. Thank you for that. I am very grateful for the question. And as you say, the call to advise IPOB in Nuremberg. As you said, it is the consistency that matters. Nobody is as consistent as IPOB is. I said nobody is. Not as we are. In the Bible, and also in real life, even today in Israel, they remember those that defended Jerusalem. Do you know that? That is the same way. By being in IPOB, you are immortalizing yourself, your name, and your family forever and ever. Because there will come a time that little children will go to school and they will ask them, was your dad a part of IPOB? Or your mom? Because in Israel, there are two people, the Haganah and the Aegon. These are the people that fought for independence. That is the Labour and the Likud party in Israel. And if you don't belong to any of them, you are nobody. Until you have fought for Israel, you cannot open a petrol station in Israel. You don't know that. Filling station, you cannot. You must have fought for your country first. Some of you see what you're doing as a child's play. No, it's not. That is why you must intensify your effort to make sure that Biafra comes. And then when it comes, you see how people will look at you. You see how they will regard you. Then you know how important you are. Because nobody can come out and say, oh, it's because of my money. I gave it to them. We say it's because of IPOB and the grace of Elohim. That's why we are who we are today. So I ask you to try and redouble your effort. And don't invite the likes of Modi to come here. Because you're insulting the memory of the dead. That's what you're doing. You can't bring somebody here who said he was sabotage Biafra, and yet you want Biafra. It doesn't make any sense at all to me. Thank you. Yes, go ahead.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Yes, good evening.
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead.
I'm Bifani. From Italy.
From Italy, go ahead.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Okay. Where's the coordinator? They call on the phone. Can you hear me?
Good evening, sir. Ahmadike.
Good evening.
My name.
Go ahead.
My name is Det3nti0n. Okay, I'm calling from Netherlands.
From Netherlands,
God
go ahead.
bless and protect you anywhere you are going. In the mighty name of Yahweh, I pray. Ahmadike, I'm happy to hear your voice since you come out from prison.
Thank you.
May the Elohim that bring you out will carry you, raise the flag of Biafra. In Yahweh's name I pray. My first time of communicating with you on radio. I'm hearing about you and I'm happy to talk to you this night. All I want to say is this. Every contribution everybody is making is very, very good. But you, God has chosen you to bring a solution to the end until we get Biafra. Continue. But my own ihe nna ya bụ mbọsị ọhụrụ na Biafra bịara. Ndụ niile ahụ bụ ndị otu ọha na eze, ndị agha na ndị atụrụ. Nwosi nna ya nwodo, o kezie ikpeazụ. Nkadụ ndụ mgbe Rochas Okorocha, Willie Obiano, Debụrụ Ụmai. Nkadụ ndụ mgbe ahụ. Tụnye m korofo mmeji aka m street ndị amaka ka Biafra ga-enye m ike. Adụgo m ebe 50 ihe mana otu ọmụsị na-edo ma anụ ọgụ ahụ nwa m ka ga-eso nụ ya. Ọhamadị ga-ejisi ike. Ka m bee m ndụ amụ one by one. Thank you.
Thank you very much, my dear brother. Thank you. Thank you very much. Some people are are highly upset. Very upset. Do we have those that want to ask questions here? I thank you, my dear brother. Thank you very much for calling. And your advice is well taken. Please go ahead.
My name is and I want to ask why it's like that, and I'd like to talk.
Yes, thank you very much. I am very, very saddened because of the experience. That's what some of us pass through each time we go home. Because the Fulanis are in control, they're in power. They can do whatever they like. But the worst part of it is that the governors that they rigged into power, like Okezi Bazu, have actually empowered these people to continue with this impunity in our land because they see us as a conquered people. That is what Ohaneze and the Igbo governors brought to us. I won't tell you how we are going to do it, but they know they're going to find it very hot soon. And somebody commented a while ago and said, what are we doing? There are some operational details I cannot divulge live on air. But what is happening in Yoruba land is not happening in Biafra land, though they are trying. It is not happening because of IPOB and what we are doing. I cannot go into more details than that. We are stopping them from doing what they are doing. Huh? We are stopping them. Thank you very much. The next person, please. Thank you very much for that. You will see me if you say, did you say Duisburg, or is it a functioning IPOB family, or you've just started? Oh, just 2 months. Just get people together. Is the national coordinator, are you aware of? Okay. But you need to know him then. That's him. Okay. It's a good thing you're doing because we keep saying to people, if there is no IPOB where you are, to start one. And that's what you've done. So you need to see him and then finalize a few things, yes? And then we'll arrange for us to meet, okay? Thank you very much. We will, for all of you who are here, we are going to have a meeting, a very brief meeting of microphone, so we can have far more frank exchanges. Yeah? I think that's the best thing to do. So at this time, we'll be signing off for our listeners all over the world. And we'll pray that Chukwuka Biama will keep and sustain each and every one of them, wherever they are around the world. And that we shall reconvene very soon. I don't know when, but we shall reconvene very soon. And until then, from here, it is good night, isn't it? Good night, all of them. Thank you very much.
Radio Biafra, Omo Biafra nina. Akira kukuwa, Ethiopia nkepuriche. Kaile wetelunu. Radio Biafra, Zulu wanine.